Well, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I'd appreciate if you guys, this is our inaugural stream. We haven't streamed in almost 2 years, year and a half, 2 years, something like that. I don't know. It's been a minute, so hush.
Well, for Litho.
Yeah, we streamed other stuff. But what I need you to do is tell us if you can hear us okay and the sound's working. We need to make sure all the bells and whistles are going before we dive in and start doing readings and stuff.
Actually, no, we haven't streamed. We just did videos.
Did we not?
Yeah, we haven't streamed anything.
Can't remember the last time.
It's been forever.
Yeah, I think it has been almost 2 years, maybe. Year and a half. I don't know. We got busy with life and the world blowing up. So, let's see. Oh, thanks. I appreciate. Yeah, we dug our old sigils out and the ancestors in the background. Sounds good. Okay. Thank you, guys. So here's the way live streaming works like this. I'm going to be about 5 seconds ahead of you. So when I ask a question, I have to sit there and wait, and I look like a crazy person. So that will be fun. Oh, that's what that button does, timestamps. Oh, all right. When the first time you use streaming, it's like telling you all these little hints. It's like, by the way, this button does this. Didn't even know.
All the things you forgot about.
All the things. So here's what's going to happen. We had to set this all up from scratch yesterday, and it was
a nightmare.
Yeah, it was a whole monumental occasion. So if you've not seen the show, let me tell you how this works. I have a partner named Lorelei who has been a professional psychic since she was a kid.
Fortune teller.
Excuse me, fortune teller, not psychic. What's the difference?
Well,
Since you're going to call me on it.
So a fortune teller is somebody that reads the person.
I see. And a psychic reads the energy?
A psychic just reads, like, however they receive their psychic information. Like intuition and also, like, speaking to ancestors and...
So lithomancy kind of falls into that. We're getting information.
It does, well, and we do intuitive reads too. So
I've been calling this stuff psychic readings this whole time.
It is a psychic reading. Fortune telling is so you're reading the person.
Yeah.
Like the person comes, a fortune teller. You couldn't do fortune telling online.
I understand. You need to see the person.
So the person walks in, and if it's like a 19-year-old girl who's covered in tattoos and is wearing a low-cut top and a mini skirt, you can pretty much guarantee that within the next 5 years you are going to have children. Like
well, not anymore.
Well, not anymore.
Back in the day.
But that was how it was. Things were a lot different when I was that young. So
this is that's my partner Lorelei. She does not like being on camera. You will only hear her voice in your head, kind of like a crazy person. You'll hear her chime in, but she's got a massive amount of experience doing readings. I am more of a crystal guy. I'm pretty good with intuition, but my jam's pendulums. I'm really good with pendulums. Lorelei's pretty intuitive, so together you get us both in one reading, and we usually weave stuff together. So hello, Cynthia. Thanks for coming. Jessica Trick, Kim. Kim was waiting patiently. And, of course, our buddy in crime, Amanda over at Harmony Portal Tarot. If you guys want a tarot reading and you love reading cards, man, she's the best.
This is where we go for our readings.
She nails my readings like nobody hits them. She's awesome, and she is the James Brown of tarot readers. In other words, the hardest working woman in tarot. That was James Brown. He's the hardest working man in rock and roll.
Is that how?
Yeah, that's the joke, but our audience might be too young for that. I don't know. Anyway, but she is a super hard worker, and she streams practically twice a week, and she puts something out every day. So please give her channel some love. You'll see her in the comments. Oh, I need to make you a moderator. Will you moderate for me, please?
Oh, here.
Yeah, she doesn't even have a choice. I'm just doing it.
You can put my hand. Actually, I'm on the wrong account.
There you go. Amanda, you just been promoted. If you like it or not, it's like, it's done. This is what's happening today. All right, so...
That's how we do.
You haven't seen a read in a while. There's lots of little as we say, bells and whistles. There's a lot that goes on with these reads. Today will be a special inaugurated day. We're just kind of working the kinks out. So we are going to do a deal where we'll give out personal reads at the end for anyone that goes over to our Telegram group and says the secret word, the password. If you say the password, then I know you're actually on Telegram and you're not just pulling our leg. And then you will get a free reading. All right, so let's get the sound going here. Okay, so what we are going to do is Lorelei is slowly setting up the, we ran behind today because this was so difficult getting going. Oh, okay, Laura, Harmony's listening for a soccer game. It's good, Mom. Go on then. And let me make you a mod with all the whistles. All right, there we go. We got 2 mods. Got the little wrench of power that'll go right to your head.
It always does.
Become a tyrant. Just start throwing people out if they speak wrong. That's it.
Yeah, so he's just making fun of me because I often forget to mod.
So let's get going because you guys are waiting and you probably didn't come to just sit here and watch me play with the camera, but normally we move along a pretty good clip. But today is going to be slower because we are testing all these things and working out cameras and all the fun stuff. So let's see if this camera is working. It looks like it is. So I want you guys to, I'm going to warn you, I'm going to do a little sound in the beginning and just kind of set the board and set the stones. So if you were on headphones, beware. You've been warned. Okay, so let's get going here. What we're going to do is, first off, we are going to start with some reads coming up in a minute. And I'm going to ask you guys, let me bounce back here for a sec. I'm going to ask you guys if you want to actually get a single person read. So we do different kinds of reads on here. We'll drop multiple stones and read the board. Sometimes we just do, like, if you've ever watched a tarot, we'll do oracle cards, but we don't do cards, we do oracle stones. We pick a stone and give you a quick short message about that. And then we also will do long and involved reads depending on what a person wants. Today, we're going to do a special round robin where we're going to bust things up into elemental signs. So what that means is that people who are, we're probably going to start here with, let's see, what shall we start with? Let's take an inventory in the house. What sign are you guys? Do we have a fire sign, earth sign, air sign, water sign? Just sound off what you are, and that'll kind of help me decide which way I want to do a reading today. If we have a lot of fire signs, we'll start with fire. If we have a lot of earth signs, we'll start with earth. If you don't know what you are, the fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. The air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And we always have a beef with that one. I'm going to talk to Amanda about that someday. That we don't understand why Aquarius, a water sign, is an air sign. Unless they're talking about, like, maybe it was because they brought the rain.
I don't know, but I really have an issue with it because, like, it's Aquarius. It's in the name.
Oh, we got a kind of a mix today. We got Pisces, Got Kim's just fire. She's just mysterious. Amanda's air. Randy's Libra. Right on, Randy. I'm a Libra. Jessica Sagittarius. Cynthia's water sign, also mysterious. And she says the water heater is Aquarius. The water bearer, not heater. I was like, all right, there's something I don't know here. You always thought that was strange. If you don't know which ones did we cover? We covered air, covered water. If you don't know your sign, you can look it up here. Water is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Air is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Earth is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Still don't really know what a Capricorn is. Very weird thing. No offense, you Capricorns.
It's a goat.
I know, it's a goat, but it's also half something else. We're not big astrology people, by the way. We are crystal people, but I dig astrology. I'm going to say that. And then fire is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So that's what we're starting with. It looks like, I think we're going to start with fire. So what I need is whoever is a fire sign in the room, I want you to go ahead and pick 3 numbers, 1 out of 45, and throw a number out. So whoever the fire people are, and if you're the only fire, you can go ahead and give all 3. Hopefully, if you don't know your sign, just say it again and I'll put it up. I should just get a picture of that and stick it up for people to know, because a lot of people don't know if they're Earth, Wind, Fire. They just love that 70s band, Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I always felt...
You just want to keep saying that.
Well, I mean, you can't just say like water, earth, and fire. It doesn't sound right. It's always Earth, Wind, and Fire, like the band. It was probably the greatest band ever. I love Earth, Wind, and Fire. But then they got rid of water, and that was a big scandal back in the 70s. If you guys didn't know that, there used to be a water. They got rid of it. Or I could be lying a little bit. Oh, by the way, I tell stories. You didn't know.
They're free.
They're free. Stories are free.
You're not being charged.
All right, no. I just want people who are fire signs to give me numbers. So fire people only, fire signs. And if you don't know what a fire is, I'll put this back up here. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. If you're one of those, we'll pick a number here. Meant fire sun sign, Aries sun. All right. So do you want to be included in fire, Amanda, or do you want to be included in air?
She's speaking above our pay grade.
Yeah, because they start mixing everything. They'll be like fire, air, and water, and because they have like suns rising.
Oh, and then there's houses too. Don't forget, I don't know how you astrology people do it.
Yeah, you astrology. Hats off.
They're like, I was getting a read from this one guy, and he was like, I need to know your time of birth, and I was like, I can give you the day. I'm pretty sure. You know,
right.
like that's it.
So we got 16, 1, and I guess we'll just roll with Amanda's first pick. Amanda, you can have double picks, I guess, since we don't have that many people yet. How many people do we have going here? Thanks for coming in. We are about to start in a minute. Like, we are just running behind and getting some stuff set up because, you know, we had dogs and cats and living with each other, and it was just pure chaos. All right, here we go. Actually, I'm waiting to choose 32 from my number. So Lorelei, as we speak, is putting the crystals. You'll hear little thuds going. We have a grid next to us, and we don't show you the grid on purpose because
everybody will just pick what's pretty.
Yep, they'll just be like, oh, amethyst. I'm gonna pick amethyst.
Tiger is my favorite.
So what happens is you get like a skewed read because you just pick all the pretty stones, and sometimes that's not what you want to hear. Oh, and if you don't know anything about lithomancy, let me explain. This is not all the time a feel-good reading. In other words, there's some tarot and psychics and fortune tellers that'll only just kind of take the positive and never talk about the negative. We're more like the Dr. Phil of tarot. We tell it to you straight if you want to hear it or not. So don't take a reading if you're not ready for that. And we also talk about what the board wants to talk about. It really won't be necessarily like, tell me about my lover. and his, do I like him or his brother? I don't know.
Yeah, we can do pendulum questions for that and stuff. We have other options, but the board tells you what the board tells you.
Yeah, what it thinks the most important thing is. And so, let me...
See?
We got everything lined up? So this fire sign numbers, if you're just coming on, if you're a fire sign, pick a number between 1 and 45. So far, let's get started. We'll start picking the stones. They are waiting patiently. Sorry, we are so disorganized today. All right. So here we go. We are going with Jessica Trick, pick 16.
No, she said she wanted to change to 32.
Oh, 32. 32. Okay, so 32 is, where's our camera?
Amanda says 14.
So 32 is lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli, pretty cool stone. It's a good dream stone.
14 from Amanda is moldavite.
Wow, of course, Amanda, you got moldavite. The most expensive stone I have, why it's a little shard. By the way, moldavite, very expensive and hard to get. It is made by meteors slamming into the ground and basically turning sand to glass.
And Kim picked 1, which is garnet, which is my favorite. Yay!
Garnet. There's some serious romance here. Garnet's a good romance stone. But there's also lots of other cool things Garnet does. So, what's going to happen is I'm going to drop these stones, and then we're going to take a minute. So we got the numbers. Let's take that off. All right, so we're going to drop the stones, and we're going to take a minute here to figure out what all these mean, and then we'll dive in. So this, again, is a reading for fire signs. Fire, here we go. Fire signs for this week. 3, 2, 1. All right. So we got, in the love category, we got moldavite. In the asset, oh, I'm going to need a pendulum, I think. Hold on. Let me pick one. I have a few pendulums, let's just say that. Show me yes. Show me no. Do you want to work? No, it just wants to be on TV. All right. Is that like saying, like, I'm so old, I'm like, it just wants to be on TV. So, black onyx pendulum. Let's see if this wants to rock and roll. Show me yes. Show me no. Want to work? Nope. That's actually, sorry, obsidian. This amethyst with, oh, this is a citrine amethyst.
Is that or is that the Brandenburg one?
I don't.
Oh, no, that's the ametrine.
Ametrine with sorry, we have a wind blowing really hard. It just blew a box across our yard. And now the dog thinks somebody's breaking in. So the dog's going bye-bye for a minute. All right. This one's working. Okay. So we're going to start here. Give me a minute and we will dive into this read. All right. So, your pendulum bold, what dreams are made of? Well, you know, usually, Amanda, I have like, embarrassingly enough, this isn't even all my pendulums. There are like 3 or, I think we have enough to fill about 3 of these bowls. But my other bowls are up north, so I need waiting. When we get back from New Hampshire, I'm gonna have a full setup here. It'll be ridiculous, the pendulums. But if you guys never done pendulums, I'm gonna have to just do a whole talk on pendulums because they're pretty cool. They are, depending on what your belief system is, you're either talking to your higher self and you're just using it as like a focusing tool, or you're actually talking to spirits or crystals. There's a spirit in the crystal, you know. Everything's kind of got its own energy and is alive. And it really depends on what your belief system is, but they definitely have their own personalities, and they definitely work when they want to and don't.
There are people that think that they're just like possessed objects too.
Well, maybe. What do you think?
Actually, I think it's the stone, but I think you can also just get your higher self messages through that.
Yeah, I feel for us, usually I'm talking directly. I'm talking to the divine through this, but it's you're getting messages from the collective conscience.
Yeah.
But it's focusing it. You can do these readings without a pendulum. It just makes it a lot easier. And you can, as far as the pendulum goes, you can talk to spirits with it. It definitely happens. We'll be on a show, and all of a sudden the pendulum will just go bananas and want to talk. And it's somebody coming through from the other side to talk to someone.
Yep.
We have definitely had that happen a lot. So it is not what we go for, but when it happens, I usually stop and we talk to whatever wants to come in. But we have this place so gridded up that nothing evil's coming in the door. So you guys don't have to worry about that. We're not.
Oh, I have a zero tolerance policy.
Yeah, we're not going to be freaking out. All right, so let's talk about the fire signs are like, just get to it. We don't care. All right, here we go. Nobody's talking there. So they want to read about this. So we got Moldavite in love in the asset. We're about halfway. So I'm thinking, let's see here. Is this full asset? Pretty much. Is there any obstacle?
Oh, that's
No.
right on the line.
But it is kind of moving towards obstacle. Is it moving towards? It's not. No. We're just going to call this asset. This is an event happening. Let's see. Probably about 7 to 8 days from now. Moldavite. Oh, Lorelei, what do you think here? It's a metamorphosis stone, so.
I don't know. This is a weird one to have in love.
So love metamorphosis, things changing in your love life, is what I would think.
I don't know. I focus more Moldavite on like self-love.
Okay.
But like I said, a changing of. Not sure.
It's a strange one because usually Moldavite isn't really a love stone, but it does talk about
making peace with being an outsider, not quite fitting in with general society.
Sure, that'd be self-love. So Moldavite in self-love asset. So we're talking about moving and being more comfortable with yourself, being an outsider and loving yourself more with that decision. Because, you know, most of us, especially if you're an intuitive or you're an empath or something, a lot of us are...
just don't fit in.
Don't fit in, and we get... I don't know. The world just seems like dark. And it seems like a tough place to live. And these are the kind of people that are always like, man, I'm just struggling to run around in this meat suit, you know?
Yep.
That it's a tougher thing. So I think this is more of a self-love situation, but the good news is, if we're looking at the board, let's go back to the board here. You're looking at a Moldavite situation here is a self-love situation that's getting better and better in a week's time. So if you're kind of having a problem where you're not...
This feels like a lot of acceptance for yourself.
Yeah, just letting some stuff go. And that's a very difficult lesson if you've never... Like, I always had a hard time with self-love because it just sounded so hokum. Like, you gotta love yourself and this and that, but it's real.
But if you don't like you, then why should anybody else like? I mean, if you can't stand to be around yourself, why would anybody else want to be around you?
And your spirit hears it. Like, if you talk negative to yourself, you're opening that door, you know? Your spirit hears that. So you gotta be careful with that. So this is a good sign, I think. All right, let's take a look for garnet in health, and we're talking about assets. So garnet historically, well, it's a regenerative stone. It's to help the body regenerate. It regenerates DNA. It's also a purifier. It's good for blood and heart and lungs and stuff like that. It also is good for your digestion. It helps you digest minerals and vitamins better, you know. So there's a lot that can be going on with this. Usually when we get a health reading like this, if you're having issues with some of this stuff, you probably are going to have a better week. Let's see. How far are we talking out here?
I don't know. The collective read is kind of different than a person.
No, it's talking about 1 month. So in the next month, I feel like you're going to have some sort of regenerative thing if you're working on it. If you're trying to improve your health, something's going to happen inside that I think will be better for you. Your body's always regenerating itself. It's constantly, a lot of people don't know that. Like even bones and arthritis and all that stuff. Arthritis is just a race. It's basically your body's always tearing down and laying down new bone at the same time to keep a bone healthy. But what happens with arthritis is when there's like a lot of inflammation, you lose that race. So the tearing down happens faster than the rebuilding, and you get stuck in that perpetual cycle.
Oh.
This is more of a, I don't know, garnet to me feels like this is talking about regeneration of something. I don't know. And if this doesn't resonate with you, remember, this is for any of the fire signs. This might be for someone with you that's working on rehab, working on trying to get something better. This is kind of pointing that they're going to have some success with that. It's going to be slow, but over the month, I think something.
Whoever it's for, it's positive.
Yeah, I think we're doing okay with that. All right, so let's go to
Labradorite and the obstacle, huh?
Labradorite and obstacle. Oh.
Mind.
All right, so we're in the mind category, obstacle with Labradorite. Now, Labradorite usually is about astral stuff, ascension stuff. Kind of, I look at this as a...
This one feels like energy leakage.
Energy leakage?
Yeah, just not being mindful of what you're expending yourself on.
Yeah. And how is, with mind, that would be spilling over into your mind?
I would think so, like if you're just running yourself ragged.
Yeah, I do feel that way, that it's a burnout of some situation. Labradorite's, like I said, it's usually, it's one of the more ethereal stones. Like if you're doing spiritual
work. It's
work.
great for like ascension and astral projection and
that sort of thing. So when it's in mind, it's talking about kind of the 3D. The mind sort of, on our board, the mind is more 3D, representing doing things like in school, work, yeah, and stuff you would use your mind for, studying, learning something new. And I feel like she's talking about energy leakage with that. So if you are studying something, it's going to be a lot less efficient. You're going to be just kind of burning out easy when you're trying to focus on things. And you're going to find yourself to the point where you're just not retaining information or absorbing things like you should. I feel like it's going to be harder than it should be.
Or maybe even just wasting your time.
Yeah, let's see here. We got a time frame on this month. Again, these two I feel connected, sort of. Like, I don't know why they're separate reads for sure, but they're the same time period. About a month out, this stuff happens. With this is confusing. It's just I feel like you're.
I'm not used to seeing Labradorite in a mind section.
Yeah, but it's also about energy too, like like what you're talking about, leaking energy. Because Labradorite's a very energetic.
I'm just thinking like
stone.
Mental energy. It takes a lot of when you're thinking and reading. Like you're exhausted by the end of the day.
Yeah. Kim says, for me, it makes sense. Garnet makes sense. Thank you. Oh, well, good. I'm glad that helped. Stick around here for the other reads, because what's going to happen is, even though you're a fire sign, you might have an earth sign in your life or an air sign, and this message might be for them. So stick around. I want to finish here for the earth reads, unless you have anything else to say about the fire sign.
I think we're good on that one.
All right, we are kicking over to water. So let me go on to water signs. We're resetting the numbers. So any water signs, and if you are a water sign, we're talking about Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. If you are one of those, and if you're the only one watching, because since this is like a test run, we didn't really push this out and announce it, and we restarted this channel. So for you guys that are new and you don't know us, I have a pretty large YouTube channel, and we were doing lithomancy over there, but kind of like what happened with Amanda at Harmony Tarot, it was during things happening that YouTube censors, and we just kind of got knocked out of there. So we have to be careful what we say here. We do not hold punches on other platforms. If you want to come watch us.
And private readings, you'll get the whole.
Private readings. But here we have to stay politically correct, which is funny because our version of politically correct is ridiculous. We have to stay sort of correct about what we say here. We have to be careful because YouTube will just yank this channel down for nothing. Like, this channel was already taken down when we were starting this, and we hadn't said anything yet. So We'll see how long we last here. Another reason to join Telegram, because Telegram lets you know when all the other readings are happening.
And where we're doing them.
Where, because we don't do a lot on YouTube because of the censorship. Okay, so we are doing water signs. So if any water signs are out there, please let me know. Jessica says, thank you. Makes sense in my situation. I've been studying so hard on something and I'm about to get to the burnout stage and I'm not retaining information. Yeah, I think this is what that stone labradorite was talking about, is it's just kind of a energy leakage is what we just keep coming back to. Things are going to be more difficult than they should. It's just there are certain times and cycles where your mind's ready to receive, and then other times it's pushing a brick wall. So you might just give yourself permission to back off on what you're studying for a little bit and then ramp it up at the end of the month. Cynthia, thank you. Cynthia is Italian. Rosato. Appreciate another eye tie. We can start the Italian jokes if you want. Because since you're Italian, you can say whatever you want about Italians. It's the only free pass I get. Of course, I'll get banned by YouTube again. Probably. All right, Cynthia. It doesn't seem like there's any other. Water signs. So go ahead and give us all three numbers. Pick 3. 23 is one of your numbers. What is Telegram? Telegram is a free app. It is probably about 12 years old now.
It's like a messaging app.
It's like a messaging app, but really fun and easy to use and mostly private. It's not perfect, but it's way better than Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp. Just about every single thing we do is over on Telegram because, again, censorship. We can't just talk freely to people because you're not allowed to decide. YouTube decides what you get to hear.
What's safe?
They have to protect you from your own mind.
They have standards.
So if you want to see Telegram, at the end of this, we're going to do a thing where we're going to give away free reads to people over on Telegram. So if you go to the link, you'll be brought into a group. After you make a Telegram, it'll take you in there. And it will pop up something on the bottom that says, click here to prove you're human. It'll give you like a welcome and a little message about what the group's about. And then on the bottom of that says, click here to click you're human. If you click that, it takes you to like a CAPTCHA to prove you're human. You'll do that CAPTCHA, and then you should be able to type and talk. And I'll tell you the password at that time. And if you stick to the end, we'll do a read just for you, a one stone read. If you go to Telegram and sign up, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. It's just an app.
45. Nice.
All right. So what she got? It's a Cuban name. Yeah, I thought it was Italian. What's up? I guess I could see it's Cuban too. I'm sorry. It definitely sounds Italian though. Come on, man. Cut me some slack. All right, so we got 23, 7, and 45.
You're about to get canceled again,
It's just stream's gonna end before it just reads over. All right, here we go.
Your channel has been banished.
Oh, what do we have? Which one's which? 20.
Yeah. We have Lapis Lazuli was 23.
So Lapis, here's Lapis. Focus. There we go. Lapis Lazuli.
And then number 7 was Rhodonite.
Rhodonite. That's pretty. Focus. There we go.
And 45 was copper.
And copper ore. That's raw copper. All right. Let's do a drop and see what comes up. Oh, all right. Her name's Spanish. So does my ex-husband. Got it. Okay, here we go. This is the drop for the water signs. If you know any water signs in your life, or you are a water sign. Whoa, flung off the table. So, we had 2 things go out of health. Let me move this so you can see it a little better. That left the board, the Rhodonite. Rhodonite flew off the board. I'm going to need some pendulums here. Let me see what's going on. So we're going to talk about a lot of past stuff today. The board talks about past, present, and future. keeps coming back to these. What is in here? Oh, this is probably this guy. I really need... I have too many pendulums in here. Let's see.
It's a little ridiculous.
Show me yes. Show me no. Do you want to work? No. So is it this one?
Could be obsidian.
It
might be the lapis.
I was gonna say obsidian got picked last time and was just playing. It was like, nah, just look at me. All right, so labradorite. Yeah, labradorite wants to read. You want to read?
It's not labradorite.
This is labradorite, isn't it?
That's lapis.
Oh, did I say labradorite? I meant lapis. Yeah, it's the same as the stone on the board. They're buddies. They want to be stone buddies.
You have a labradorite in the exact same shape.
These are buddies.
Oh,
See,
that makes sense.
they got a romantic thing going on. I'm going to tell a whole story about it later.
Oh, boy.
Cynthia says she gets that a lot. Yeah, sorry about making you Italian. But you could totally
But
be...
he just doesn't want to be the only one.
I know. I was all like having an eye-tie connection. Because when I moved to the South, I became an Italian. Not Italian, but we're Italians.
Italian?
All right, so let's talk here, because we are flying off. So rhodonite's usually a traveler's stone. And rhodonite, this is kind of like a traditional stone. Oh, I got you covered. We got a traditional stone. It went off on obstacle health, but it flew off the board. So whatever's happening, this is kind of resolved. But this is going to probably be an alert to someone you know or something you've had that you've dealt with. So this is what's considered like a first aid stone. It's
for panic attacks.
First aid for panic attacks. So we're talking about like somebody that had a lot of panic issues or
high anxiety.
The point where it's almost crippling that you can't do anything. And this is kind of a stone you would hold for that to calm you down, kind of a calming stone. It's it also can talk about autoimmune issues, MS, like multiple sclerosis. Fertility, no, I'm not feeling that right now.
No, this feels
Fine-tuning.
more.
I feel like this is panic attack we're talking about. So this is probably somebody that had a lot of issues, and it was probably pretty severe because it was an obstacle health. But I would say this cleared up. Are we done with this? Hold on. Yes or no? Show me yes. Show me no. All right, you still want to go? Yes, okay. Is this over? No. This person's still having problems with this? Yes. Is it under control? Yes. Okay, so what we're talking about is it's in check right now, or what I would say, is anxiety go in remission, I guess? Panic attacks do, I guess. You've had this in check for about 3 months. So if you know somebody that's been dealing with a lot of panic or anxiety, but seems to have been calm for the last 3 months, it's probably a message for them, but it's also saying that this is sleeping in them. It's definitely a warning, but it's in check right now. I feel like it's kind of, if it were disease, it would be a remission.
Yeah.
You have anything with else?
No, I'm not really getting much on that one. It does feel like this is something that's in check, but not gone by any means.
Yeah, that's what the pendulum's saying too. Let's scoot over here. This is more relevant. Copper and health. It's kind of on the line. Is it on the line? Is it more obstacle? Yes. Asset? Obstacle. So it's going to pretty much read as an obstacle. Is it finished? Yeah, it's just ending. We're kind of coming out of this. How long ago? Month? 1 month. So about a month ago, we've dealt with this. And this is...
related?
I don't know. Let me ask. Are these two the same person? No. These are two different people? Yes. Is this a relative or anything? No. Is it them? So this is directly pointed at somebody dealing with anxiety. This is somebody they know. So they know someone with... I would say, okay, so copper's traditionally like what you would wear for pain, arthritis, those sort of things. You've always heard of people putting like copper braces on and copper bracelets and that sort of thing because it's really good at reducing inflammation. But we have this in the obstacle area, so this is like an increase of inflammation. They have a increase in inflammation issues. It's better, but they're just coming out of this. Like they are still really inflamed. And when inflammation doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but it is. Because it's going to make all your joints hurt. It's going to make, kind of like a rheumatoid arthritis sort of presentation. And copper is also antibacterial. So you can also consider maybe this is someone with that's had a lot of problems with infections. I don't know if you know someone who's sick, but or just got out of being sick, and inflammation can happen for so many reasons. But this would be extreme inflammation, like someone who's really hurting. Kim says, I was attracted to the pink rhodonite from my daughter who has a cancer. She has shingles and has a chronic autoimmune disease and anxiety, which would be most of that, yeah. We battle it to keep it under control. She is everything you said. So yeah, that one's, I guess, at your daughter. These are general reads. Although you picked the numbers, this is kind of going to be a read for you because you picked all 3 numbers. So this is probably going to be aimed at you in your life.
No, that was Kim.
Oh, that was Kim. Sorry, Cynthia picked them. That was Kim. Kim.
Her daughter is.
So this is aiming at her daughter. Okay. But this, again, general questions aren't always about you. They're usually about people you know when we do these readings. All right.
Well, her daughter would be a Cancer, and this is a Cancer reading, so
yeah,
it would be.
This would be
the
for her.
rhodonite would be for her. That makes sense.
So let's see what else. Did she have? Well, if she's got all those autoimmune issues, man, she's cranking with inflammation. She probably had a bout of it last month, and now she's getting a little better. She's starting to come out of it. That's what that reading means. That if it's talking about her, it's calmed down, but it definitely hasn't gone away. The lapis in spirit. Let's see what's going on here, because lapis is a big time dream work download stone. Yes. Is this about the person who's listening? Is this for someone else? Is this for the same person that has the copper issue? No. Well, no.
It's also about communication too.
Communication. All right. So do you feel this is a communication issue? Spirit obstacle.
Oh, it could be uncomfortable situations from not speaking. Like just not saying anything, going along to get along.
Losing your voice here. So let's see what we're talking about.
Blue stones are usually about the speaking.
Yeah, so this is kind of a harsh read because we're talking about 3 different things, and I believe this might even be 3 people, but this one's aimed at an obstacle about, as Lorelai is saying, not speaking up and just kind of getting bullied into
not even
stuff.
Bullied, just kind of, like sometimes the fight is just not worth it. You just get so sick of having the same argument over and over again.
Burned out and apathetic towards it. But it's in spirit. So if you look here, it's in spirit, which is, and I said that's about a month. So this is coming next month. By the end of the month, there's going to be, if you're not careful, this is like a warning that it's.
And it could be something so much as just like, when you have a parent that is a certain religion, and you're not, and it's like, why aren't you coming to church? That type of thing.
Yeah, let's see. That's a good call. I wonder if does this have to do with
and I'm not sure.
Someone else interfering with your spirituality? Yeah, I think you're on to something here. This feels like they just are getting pushed into spiritual stuff they don't really feel
connected to.
With. Yeah, maybe a spouse, maybe a parent, maybe their friends. Maybe they're into. This could be lots of different examples. Like, you could be going to church, you don't want to go to church, or your friends
might not even be a church you like going to, and you'd rather go to a different one, or
someone that's gotten woo, but they've gone way too down the woo rabbit hole, and you can't even talk to them anymore. They're always doing shadow work. One of those things where it's just too much. I feel like that's what's up. Yes, Kim. Yeah, yes to the last month, but never really goes away. So that's talking about her. Well, I'm glad you got something out of this. You take a look at the reading again. This is water signs, guys. You guys kind of had a rough go this last few months, but you are leaving these things, which is good. But
Yeah.
this is a warning of don't get bullied out of your spirituality or just beaten down where you're apathetic.
You know, I was just complaining about Aquarius not being a water sign, but I'm okay with it right now.
Fast.
It's been a little hard.
All right, let us jump to the next thing. We're going to reset the board. Our cute little grid. That's cute. I like the little grid. It looks nice.
Right?
I would show it to y'all, but then you'd cheat. Too many cheaters.
Yeah, then I'd have to switch everything around. Which, by the way, I change all of these around every single time.
Yeah, so if you're trying to memorize where something is, it's not
bother.
there again.
I moved them
Okay,
all the time.
we have done water. We have done fire. Shall we do air? Let's see who's at air sign here. We have Geminis, Libras, Aquarius. Air signs. You guys will now give me the next 3 numbers. If you are any of these, just start shouting numbers out. If you're the only one here, then just give me all 3 numbers. Because we are doing this early in the afternoon, and we're a brand new channel, and we did an announcement. But I'm very happy and grateful you're here. And like I said, at the end of this, we will, if you go over to the Telegram group and join and say the magic word, we'll give you a free 1-stone reading. Oh, Randy, there you go. Hey, Randy, what's happening? Randy's a 9. So, Lorelei, Randy needs a 9. And Randy picked rose quartz. This is the lovely rose quartz. This is a gigantic piece, but it's a real pretty one and it's powerful. Oh, our friend Amanda, she's giving us a 22.
22, huh?
So she's a double air sign, or well, she's Gemini with Libra ascended. Which one is this? Unikite. Unikite. There we go. Unikite. That'll be interesting. Let's see what comes up with that. Unikite for Amanda. Anyone else? Anyone else? All right. If not, Randy, give me one more number. 1 to 45. Oh, I made graphics for a reason, darn it. Pick a number. Look at that. Technology. You know, we're going to stream on Pinterest next week that doesn't let you do any of this fancy stuff. And I literally probably just going to be holding up a sign. I don't know what to do about that. I'm going to be crippled. I'm going to have to print something out and hold it up. Yeah. All right. Randy says 11.
11.
7-11. All right. And the last one you got is the wonderful red Jasper. I love red Jasper. Okay. Let me turn this off. We are going for air signs. And back to the board. Here we go for air signs. Oh, that got away from me. That doesn't happen very often.
Just throwing things around over there.
Well, that went off the board. That's like when the tarot readers and they get one that jumps out of the deck. I should probably pay attention to that.
Pay attention.
It was red Jasper. Off the monies under asset. Whoa! What is going on with the rose quartz? What? I don't know if you guys can see this, but it is
you can't really see it
standing on end. I'll see if I can.
So it's kind of like a big flat stone,
Hold on.
but it is like turned.
Oh, let me see if I can ruin our thing here. So if you can see this, it is on its end. Like here's my finger, and it's standing straight up. Wow! Wow! All right, so let's see. Go back to the board. That was an action shot. Yeah, you guys got to pay extra for that. Extra. So we've got, wow, this one's actually pretty interesting. I'm going to need a pendulum for this read. That's for show.
So I thought the red Jasper would be one, but I think the rose quartz, the
Tiger eye is what I'm pulling. I think.
No.
Oh, are you?
That is mookaite.
one of these. Let's find it. I'll figure out what that is.
Angelica, I think.
Oh, I bet that's what it is. Angel stone. All right, let's see. We have one pendulum that 2 years ago I bought on a whim, and I don't remember what it is.
At a Renaissance fair, and...
So this is... Let's see. Show me no. Show me yes. Gonna work? Okay, so this is a Mukite pendulum. Let's see what it wants to talk about. Oh, we got to start with the one. Should we start with this one? No. This one? No, it wants to talk about...
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Talks about the Unikite first.
Right
Unikite
in that line.
and health. This is right in the middle, so is it going from obstacle to asset? Asset to obstacle? Both? Fork in the road. Fork in the road. Okay, this is a choice that's coming up within a month. There's a choice coming up in a month. Something's going to happen here to health where you're going to have to make a big choice. And it's probably going to be about weight loss. And it could even be about surgery, weight loss surgery. I kind of feel like that's where we're at. It's going to be something to do with...
Or a major illness.
Or, yeah, I guess it could be. There's going to be something that comes up. And again, if it's not talking about you, it might be someone you're close to. But it's enough that the pendulum wanted to talk about it first. So I feel like this might be a big warning on something like maybe they're going to do an extreme diet, or you're going to have bariatric surgery, or you're going to, something to do with, like, what would be a major choice with weight loss?
Is it a choice or is it a both?
No, it's coming up at, oops.
Because, you can lose a lot of weight if you get very sick.
Does that have to do with sickness? No, it's definitely a choice. So this is something coming up in a month. You're going to make a decision. Oh, well, let's just ask the pendulum. Is this about weight loss, surgery, healthy weight gain? Healthy weight gain. What about healthy pregnancy? No. Reproductive, skin, hair, nails, EMF fog. This is actually, the pendulum's saying this has to do with gaining weight, a healthy gain weight. So I wonder if someone's sick like you're picking up that's gaining weight.
So it stimulates healthy weight gain. It's one of the stones that people have used for, back in the day, that if somebody was sickly, they would give them so that they would gain weight, but not like... usually as Americans, when we gain weight, it's not a good thing.
Healthy weight gain could also mean getting in the gym and working out.
Yeah.
Like where you're putting on muscle, and if you're sick and you're wasting away and you're not, a lot of things. All right, I'm putting my doctor hat on. A lot of times, your bones get thin because of chronic inflammation, your diet, eating junk for years and years. Osteoporosis is actually about inflammation a lot more, and your hormones being wrecked more than it has anything to do with calcium. That's something the dairy industry created. Oh, it's gonna get censored. So it's really about a response to inflammation in the osteoblast and osteoclast not working right. The thing about that is you do need to do weight-bearing exercises, and so this could be something to do with weight loss surgery, not doing exercises, not putting on healthy weight. This could be weight loss, like you go on a diet and you don't put any muscle on and you're eating your muscles and bones up.
Yeah.
This is what it feels like to me, because it's actually talking about healthy weight gain, but it also is, to me, it very much feels like this is something weight loss oriented. I have to VO, but I'm going to VO check out Telegram. I don't know what VO is. I'm not that cool, but I think she means she's leaving.
Go. I think.
Oh, go.
I think,
That's a VO, go. Got it.
I think it's a mistype.
Thank you for coming, Cynthia. And yeah, if you're cool, you'll check out Telegram.
See, I can decipher this because this is how you type on your phone.
What? Yeah, I can't type on a phone. My fingers are too big. I just don't. If you ever remember The Simpsons, where Homer gains all that weight.
So you have the G and the V. Right?
Oh, the G and the V. I got it. So Homer gains all that weight, and he can't dial anymore, and he has to get a dialing wand.
Oh yeah.
He can't call 911. Karen, that's where my fingers are there. I cannot use a phone. I don't know how y'all do it.
Well, we're glad you came, Cynthia. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for checking us out and being with our inaugural run before things get busy here. Because once we get out and about, people will find out we're doing this again. All right. So let's do the reading. We got that one done. Oh, let's go back to...
Go back to the board.
All right. So the Unikites talked about. The which one do you want to talk about next? Let's talk about Jasper next. I wonder why it's saving this one to the end. Jasper, red Jasper in love, asset. Ooh, something good's happening. Something's good. Oh, this is coming up soon. This is going to be in the next 4 or 5 days. 6 days. 5, 6 days. This is going to be happy love time.
So, what... As you say that.
Go ahead.
What Red Jasper does for relationships is it supports necessary conflict.
Oh. I was thinking this is like, like a nurturing stone. This one was going to get some loving on.
Really not.
Okay. I might have been off target on that one.
So Jasper, what it does is it gives you the courage to say those things that need to be said for a healthy relationship to evolve, instead of just like, no, I love Chinese food too. Like, oh good, he wants to have Chinese again. Right. Like things like that where, we lived in a society that for too long was, you have to be very polite, so don't have an opinion. And somehow that came to be, and then now we've gone completely the other direction of just being rude all the time, apparently. But this is kind of in the middle. So this gives you the space to say, these are the things I don't like. So let's find things that we like that we can do together, and like I could have just gamed with you, but I really hate gaming, so for me it's much easier just to be honest and say, hey, I really don't want to do this. I don't care how much you want to do it. You go right ahead. I will entertain myself. I will bring you snacks. Please just don't make me.
Yeah, necessary conflict. So you're guys going to have the talk. It's going to come up, but where this lands, this is a very positive.
But it's really good for the relationship.
Like you're going to solve something. You have an opportunity to solve something in the next end of the week that has been stuck for a while by talking.
And it doesn't even have to be anything big. Like, it doesn't have to be a big deal, but it's really good. It's really good to have.
Yeah, Amanda says walking on eggshells. Yes, exactly. Like, you guys have been in enough relationships. Most people that listen to this are in their 30s and 40s, so you've been through the rodeo a little bit, and there is necessary conflict. Sometimes it's like I've gone along, but I don't want to say anything because I'm afraid it'll rock the boat too much. I don't want to deal with the argument. Yeah. But this is a good time where if you do bring it up, it shouldn't rock the boat too much at all.
Well, and it's something that needs to be brought up. Otherwise, it's just gonna, those things just fester resentment after a while.
And my advice too is go into this with a little bit of a plan. Like I'm hearing that not just like, hey, you always...
Oh, by the way, you make me do this all the time, and I really hate it.
Yeah, I'm sick of cooking for you. You can cook for yourself. It should be more like, hey, your favorite meal? I'm going to teach you how to make it. One of those deals. Then you can have it anytime you want. Go in positive. Go in positive. And it could be, you talking to your kids. I don't know. This doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship.
It really doesn't.
No, this could be...
And Jasper is not a romantic stone.
I think of Jasper as like supporting in nature. It's really like a mother stone, but I also...
It is. It's the gentlest version of Jasper.
It's the gentle, yeah. I guess I see the red and I'm like romance, and I'm thinking, and I think I just got romance on the brain today.
I think you do. Because everything's
romantic.
Oh, that's so romantic. I'm like, it's an episode of Family Guy. It's
I was thinking romance, and then I was like, you were like, yeah, right. A lot of this is intuitive, and then I had to listen. So, Amanda has to go play soccer. All right, Amanda, take on goalie. Get that ball. I want to see you slide tackle and take a picture. Oh. She's talking about her kids, I know.
I was going to say, she's not actually playing.
No, I'm trying to be funny.
Okay.
It's just not working. It's not landing well. All right, Randy. She says, interesting. I've had something on my mind. Yeah, this is a good time to bring it up. And like I said, go in gentle. Jasper's a gentle stone.
It is. And polite and
Nurturing is the big word. Go in a nurturing tone. Don't go in naggy.
So the whole reason that you are thinking love and romance is because of that rose quartz.
Oh, that's what I'm picking up.
Every time a rose quartz comes up, you're like, romance! I'm like, yeah, it's in the obstacle of mind.
Well, it's... All right, let's figure out where this is landing, because it is in asset, obstacle, both in the mind standing straight up. And this is a, like, hey, look at me stone. We call these, this is a very weird land.
There's no reason it should drop like that and stand up that way. Like,
it's like flipping a quarter and it's staying on its edge.
It's kind of a big flat stone. It's kind of something you'd pick for skipping. And it is standing up on, like, a really rocky edge.
All right, so first we got to figure out, is this a split read? No. Is this a choice? No. Is this asset going into obstacle? Is this obstacle going into asset? Oh, okay. So something big's going to happen in mind, which is job. Let's see, things to do with like the 3D job. You're learning something. You're studying something in school, that sort of thing. Let's find out a time period for this. Hold on. When is this happening? Is this coming up in... Oh, no, it keeps going back to 1 month. Everything's 1 month there lately. So, all right, this is going to happen at I would say the very end of the month. It is very deep into the future. And you're going to have a big choice in mind where you're going to have some sort of thing come up where you're going to slide from somebody becoming a big problem to somebody becoming very helpful. And it is rose quartz, even though it's romance and we keep talking about it. Yeah, it could be someone you like at work trying to help you out. But I think this is more like family love or work love, like bromance. I do feel, what's your piece on this?
I'm really not getting a lot. This is very confusing to me.
Well, it's standing straight up, so that's why I'm.
So it's like take notice of this.
Take notice, and it's a choice of someone that you're studying with, or someone giving you advice, or a guru you're watching, or somebody you work with, something to do with studying, who's been kind of hard and a pain in the butt, is going to shift and become.
Maybe this is a teacher.
Oh,
a teacher or like a supervisor or something. It feels.
Supervisor.
Standing up like that seems like.
Supervisor. Yeah, like some sort of, well, minorly, like they're barely, maybe you're equal, but they're real close. They're not like boss. I don't know, there's different levels of boss. So this is going to be someone, keep on the lookout the next month, someone that you kind of are having issues with, and like you said, a teacher, or, this could even be someone you're learning from online. This could be an advisor, something like that they're going to say something that really helps you get it. Whatever you're trying to learn is just going to accelerate it.
And I feel like this is somebody that's kind of been like a pain to you in the past.
Yeah.
Like kind of annoying, kind of irritating.
Is this like, is this monies? No. Is this just prestige kind of thing? Yeah, so this is education. Is it going to be something to do with like graduating or anything? Is this going to be a raise? Is this going to be acknowledgement? It's going to be, okay, so this is more like being acknowledged for what you're doing at work. If we're talking about work, but it's going to be major. Someone's going to finally get it that, oh, you're valuable. You do all these cool things. Maybe I should treat you better. One of those deals. Okay, so air is done. That was a fun round.
It's weird. That was a weird read.
That was a weird read. We're getting some weird reads lately, but, look at that box just rolling across the yard.
Yeah, I know. I saw it.
Oh, my God.
It's just doing its own thing.
It is like going into the street. So we can see that, I can't even point the camera, but the wind's so bad that it's taking trash that we put on the corner and just blowing it into the street. And we'll have to go fix that. I'm getting pulled into the 3D watching trash fling, and it's rolling. The reason I'm being pulled in is it's rolling like a giant tumbleweed. It's like bouncing across the yard, like a Western movie.
It doesn't help that our yard is mostly sand. We're so close to the beach.
We have a fantastic. So if you're just joining us, we've got one sign left. If you missed something, you can go watch the rewatch if you didn't get your elemental sign. But now we are on to earth signs, and at the end of this, we will talk about anyone that goes over to Telegram and joins our Telegram group and says the magic word will give a special one stone read to. All right, these are earth signs, and we're talking about people who are Tauruses, Virgo, and Capricorn. All right, so if you are one of these, please give us 3 numbers. And we are talking about, I don't know if we have, do we have someone watching who was Earth? I can't remember. If you're one of these, please give us a number between, I got a graphic for this. Pick a number between 1 and 45. I got lots of buttons, lots of things I'm pushing here. So pick a number between 1 and 45. I probably need to make those graphics better. It is hard to see on the wall. Looks fine on the board, but the Earth sign, Taurus is just lost on the cat clock.
Yeah, I can't see any of that. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn.
Yeah. All right, so we're waiting on Earth. If we don't get any Earth numbers, I guess I'll just pick 3 at random. Because I kind of vibe with Earth, even though I'm air, I feel earthy.
You're much earthier.
And before you ask, I don't know what I'm rising and ascending to or anything like that. I just feel cool.
You don't know your house or your moon?
Forgot. I'm not a very good astrologist.
I never knew.
I can tell you about crystals. A lot. Like a whole lot about crystals.
And pendulums.
Oh, Mike said 12. Okay, so he must be one of these.
All right.
So we got 1. If not, we're going to have Mike pick the other 2.
Ooh.
Oh, you got black tourmaline. That's a nice, powerful stone.
That's
one of my favorites. Yeah, this thing jams. It's a great stone to carry if you're having stress.
You are right now.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Amanda. Pick a number for him. Oh, 38. Her husband's 38. So this is a reading for husbands, apparently.
Oh, right on.
This is the husband readings.
Rainbow fluorite.
We have rainbow fluorite. Rainbow fluorite. And when we get a chance, a lot of times we like to pick the raw crystals. I feel like they have a little more power in them. I always feel the raw crystals booming. And we need one more. Either one of your husbands can give us one. What's Zoe's favorite phone number? Yeah?
I don't know. Zoe's.
Does she have a lucky number?
No, but she is.
So our daughter is a Taurus. So we're going to pick this one, clear quartz. Clear quartz in honor of her. Okay. So we got 2 husbands and a daughter.
We'll do her age.
Oh, there you go. That was a good idea. She just had her big 16th birthday. So let me drop, you guys probably want to see the stones. All right, here we go. So, what we have here. This feels like you. We're going to go over to Tiger Eye. Tiger Eye is definitely an earth stone jamming. Okay, so it likes these. Dude, this Tiger Eye reads good. This is a good pendulum. All right, where do we start? Should I start here?
It's because they're doing earth.
Should I start here?
Tiger Eye is all about the earth.
Should I start here? It wants to start with the clear quartz. Clear quartz, out of money, obstacle. We're way out. Let's see. Is this resolved? No, it's still going on. How old is this? I'm looking at about 2 months. So this is 2 months ago. There was an issue with money in quartz. Now, quartz is an amplifier of everything. Like, it takes something and really jacks it up. So if you had problems with money, there won't be big problems with money. Quartz is, man. help me out
I'm
here.
thinking this one, so it's an amplifier stone. So usually if it's something major for you.
It also helps information. So I feel like there was blocked information that made you make a bad money decision. Somebody, I don't know if it's talking about you, but someone you know did something with their money and kind of not, I don't want to use the word, but dumb with their money. But they didn't have all the information. They made a bad decision. So maybe they picked a cryptocurrency or a stock or something, but it made it compounded. And this might be also, I kind of feel hesitancy in this. I feel that you waited too long and missed something. Like maybe you were trying to sell the house and the market's starting to collapse, or the stock market just blew apart the last month.
Oh.
Maybe you should have sold some stock when you had some bad information or something like that, where you should have cashed it.
Or just hesitancy. Like you said, there's a real hesitancy feel to this.
Because usually quartz is like a get it done stone. And so this would be opposite.
Kind of the unbalance of everything. Like you just nothing played out right.
That could be another thing too, right? Like it could have been like a massive unbalancing in your life. Something happened and you weren't watching your money and on top of it like you should have, and something slipped through. Maybe you didn't pay a bill. Maybe you got evicted. Maybe, something big. But there
was something. There was a hiccup there.
This is a big amplified thing. It is still affecting your life. Yes, it is still an issue, but it's not. It's not really going to determine your future much longer. It's slowly getting better. And
see, I feel like this, just intuitively what this is saying to me is that it was not really a big deal, but just it was a very big deal to you.
Yeah.
So this is a recoverable thing, but the impact it had on you at that time was major.
We agree. All right, so let's jump over to what's the next one we want to do here. Tourmaline. Let's talk about tourmaline in spirit. It's a little on the line. Is this a split read? No. Is this obstacle going to asset? Yes. When did this is happening? This is coming up. And man, I keep getting months. What is going on here? This is coming up in a month, but sooner. Saying like a half month. I don't know why I just didn't say 2 weeks. Why is it messing with this month? All right. So tourmaline spirit, moving out of obstacle, moving into asset. Something's changing. It's transforming something heavy into light.
Looks like you're going. I'm feeling the victim mentality.
Speak up a little.
I'm feeling the victim mentality on this one. You know how you everything's going wrong and you get wrapped in that loop. And this one is opens you up to negative, things when you are like, oh, everything bad happens to me. Yeah. You kind of become a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point. But it feels like that's easing out and you've regrouped and going into a positive mindset now.
Yeah, there we go. So I feel that too, that it was very much like, that makes a lot of sense. I think I like that. That you were just stuck in kind of like everything bad happens to me, and you're moving out of that this month, pretty early in the month actually. But tourmaline's a powerful stone, and in spirit, that's a good thing. You're changing something dark into light. Just Trick says we just had something that goes with that. Walmart didn't take their money out, and we spent it without knowing it. And they took it out, and then out of this check, and then I couldn't pay my utility bill because of it. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like the reading to me. I mean, maybe that was for you, because it's that's exactly kind of where I'm at. Where it was just something you missed but it amplified. It rolled and got worse. Something
And it just felt like a huge thing. Like, ugh.
Yeah. Well, missed bills can get really out of hand.
Really quick.
And so you get the bounce check fee, you get then they start getting real nasty with you, and then collection letters, and then you're out of, you're spending way more than you expected to spend on a bill. So yeah, it can get nasty. All right, let's check out the rainbow fluoride.
Yep.
Rainbow fluoride. Oh, let's
Fluorite.
go. Did I say fluoride?
You always say fluoride.
Fluoride. I got fluoride on the brain. The water. All right. Oh, I can't say that. I'll get canceled here. All right. So let's talk about health with obstacle. Okay. First, is this a split read? Is this both? Is this going from obstacle to asset? Is this going from asset to obstacle? It's going that way. I bet this is going to say 1 month. Let's see. Month? Yeah. But it's a little further. So this is definitely the end of the month. This is beginning, this is the end. Wow. Where do we go with this?
I don't know. This is a weird one.
Let's ask the pendulum, because there's a lot of different things this could be.
Yeah, there's...
So is this electromagnetic stress? Graphene or anything? Disorganization, OCD kind of brain stuff. Yes. Balance, inflammation, libido. So this is all about getting OCD and obsessive about something. And rainbow fluorite is usually about, this is one students use to organize information. It's like where they use it to study and it helps them understand and absorb information. This is kind of saying that that might actually be backfiring, that you're absorbing a lot of information you don't need, and you're going to obsess about something you don't need to obsess about. And it can get to the point where it starts to affect your physical self. You're going to get sick with stress, something like that. This feels very OCD, is what I'm feeling. And it's going to be OCD about trying to take in too much information that's unnecessary. Like you're going to really obsess about something that's really not important.
And trying to learn all the things about it.
Yeah, I have to. It's kind of like those students, if you've ever met them, that the B+ isn't good enough. They will kill themselves to get an A. And it's like, well, what did that extra thing do? What does that mean in your life? How much? Nothing, but I made myself sick and became anorexic for 2 weeks because I was studying for this, or bulimic, or, what I'm saying. They let it affect their health and mental condition because they're so stressed out about a minor little thing
that in the end really did nothing.
It doesn't matter. So that is a warning if you're starting to obsess about something, or you know someone, an earth sign that is getting a little too study happy, too obsessed with their job, too obsessed with exercising, where it's starting to cross over and become a health issue. It's probably a big warning. You might want to say something. All right.
Or give them a rainbow fluorite.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Oh, by the way,
it tones that down.
Thank you for mentioning that. If you like any of these crystals that you see in this, we have affiliated with a company called magic.com. In magic.com, you'll find the link, and please go through the link because we have it in our description and also in our Telegram group. If you go through that little link in there, it will... when you shop, it gives us a little affiliation kickback for you coming. It doesn't cost you anything. And in fact, if you follow the link, it gives you a massive discount right now. They are having a summer liquidation sale if you go through that link for 20%. And it is by far, I think, one of the most affordable places to buy good quality stones. I am shocked at the prices of their stones.
We're about to go shopping.
Yeah. You buy $50 and you get free shipping. And we blow $50 on stones like it's nothing.
2 stones.
Yeah. So we want to get a lot more stones for lithomancy.
Yeah, they have a lot of really reasonable, small, the smaller stones that we need for casting and stuff are really reasonably priced.
Yeah. So please, if you're going to go shopping, also if you are interested in tarot reading, they have over 680 tarot decks over there that are discounted to 20% off. And they also have things for magic work like crystal balls and gazing balls and all kinds of cool stuff. It is a warehouse of stuff, and we'd really appreciate it if you go through our link listed below. You'll see it there. So thank you for letting me pitch you guys, because we're doing this for free. But if you end up going shopping, that little 5% helps. You go spend $100 on crystals. It's
a nice little
bit. I mean, I'll take $5. It's free crystal for us. Thank you. Oh, Jessica says, oh, wow. His job keeps him at a computer all day, and now he's having swelling in the legs, and that's not good from him being in a chair all day. Yeah, I could see that, just not getting up out of the chair. You'll see this a lot with kids who game too much. They'll sit on the computer for 12 hours and then their legs are like stiff and swollen and their hands are swollen. And I honestly have a problem with this when we spend many hours editing these videos. You don't see it behind the scenes, but filming and editing,
and just setting up the websites and
I'll be at a computer for 12 hours some days, and if I don't stop and walk and work out and move,
Honestly, if we didn't have the dog,
maybe it's talking to me. I don't know.
If we didn't have the dog to go walk all the time, it would.
Yeah, go walk a dog. They love it. It's good exercise.
Our dog demands it.
Yeah, that is kind of, I know it's silly, but getting a dog really helps because they put you on a schedule where I would normally never get up and walk at 8 at night when I'm all comfortable on the couch, but it makes you get out and walk. It is legit. I mean, it helps. Let me give you these stones back. All right. So this is the time of the show. If you want a 1 stone reading, which is normally $11.11, we're giving those away free for people that are watching if they go to our Telegram group and they say the magic word, and today's word is going to be bird. Bird is the word.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's right.
I knew it was coming, and
bird.
I still
Bird's a word.
was saying that in the shower today.
I was thinking about it. So if you go over there and say bird, I will drop 1 stone for you. If we don't hear anyone in the next 5 minutes, we'll just end this today, and we will be going on Pinterest. Live TV Thursday at 7. So if you don't catch this read, you can catch us over at Pinterest. It will be moving a lot faster.
7 our time?
7 East Coast. You want to come over to Pinterest. That should be cool, but it'll be definitely a different feel, and we'll be moving quickly. There won't be such a slow roll like, oh, Randy says a bird. Randy wants a bird. All right, Randy, give me a number. 1 through 45. Oh, hold on. Let me pick the, look. Wait, that way.
There you go.
I'm pointing this way. Pick a number, 1 through 45. Randy says bird. She is in Telegram. If you don't know what Telegram is, it's a free messaging app. And, oh, thanks for swinging in, Amanda. I appreciate it. Hopefully you got something out of this and hanging and helping us. We have many questions about Capricorns and Sagittarius. No, look at the screen there. Okay, she put 95. I'm like, it's right there. 1 through 45. 35.
I mean, I can make something up.
No, I think that was a typo. But I'm going to tease her because I love Randy. She's got a good sense of humor. Ooh, Randy's a cool cat.
Blue
I'm going to say it online.
Agate.
I'm saying that. Everybody knows now it's public that Randy is a cool cat. All right, that is a blue lace agate. Blue lace agate, that's an interesting pick. Let's see what this is going to say for you. Are you a blue lace agate kind of lady? Let's see. We love you, Amanda, by the way. Check out Amanda's page if you haven't followed her. Please go check out Harmony Portal Tarot. She does many, many reads. Lots of fun pick-a-cards every day. And she just awesome. Her tarot is just awesome. I don't know how else to say it. It's really cool. Okay, here we go, Randy. Randy, mine, assets, on the line, leaving. So, this one.
Is it leaving or coming in?
We are.
Looks like it's leaving.
It's leaving, yeah. It's going out. We are in it right now. So this is happening pretty much right. It's leaving now. If it were on this line, it would be coming in now. So I think, yeah, this is like in the next day and a half to 2 days. So blue lace agate is an idealistic stone, a voice stone. It's kind of like the person that speaks up and gets in trouble for speaking up. You know, that
most blue stones are about speaking.
Speaking, but very much idealism. Like,
yeah, you're gonna fight that injustice.
Yeah, this isn't right, and I'm gonna say something about someone being treated not right. Like, someone screwing my son, it's not right, or my ex-husband's doing something that's just not right, or someone at work is, like you just can't let it go. But we're on the, we're in the asset area. So when you do speak this as you're going through this, it is actually very helpful. It's what would you say, like speaking up for yourself?
Speaking up for yourself, but also it does things like it gently dissolves old patterns of repression, and like, so if you have a relationship like with your parents, that I'm your mother so you have to do what I say kind of thing, and that doesn't really fly when you're 45 anymore, like,
yeah, mother, husband, work, child. Oh, this is something maybe to resolve with your kid or about your kid. So I don't know if you're feeling very idealistic, like you should have spoke up and you didn't. You still have time. It's something probably that's happening with your child.
And it will bring a calm and a peace to the situation.
Yeah, looking at the read, it turns out good. So this is a good opportunity. Believe me, we're the first people to be like, don't say it. Don't say, just let it go. And this was telling me, go ahead and say it. Go, you go, girl. Go say that thing. Okay, the next one. All right, Jessica Trick. She says, you should have known I'd be all over this. Yep. Jess, go ahead and give us a number. Do I need to put the sign on again? Here we go. Pick a number, 1 through 45. I want to get like a glowing sign back here, but I know it'd be distracting. Like,
I want the psychic readings one.
Yeah, the old lithium.
The
Well,
old
can I say
flickering.
lithomancy where it flicks
Yeah.
out? Okay. Doesn't have to be psychic readings. We'll see.
Oh, she
We
says
gotta-
22.
We gotta rearrange.
Ooh.
As we get going and we actually make some money to buy stuff,
Raw
we
turquoise.
might upgrade our setup. All right, yeah, raw turquoise. Look at that.
This was very, very hard to find.
Tough to find during.
So as we were kids, turquoise was everywhere, and it was that bright blue. Now it's
No.
a lighter color, more
And
of
you
an
can
aqua
even-
color.
You can't see it, but there's a little dark smudge here, and it's actually the number of the mine it's from.
Like it's a registered piece because they're so rare now.
Yeah, what happened is the
tribes that were
tribes
selling it just quit.
locked it down, and they started regulating how much came out, and then it became very hard and expensive to get. So, all right, here we go, Miss Jessica, turquoise. Got a little Indian love here. Mind inverted obstacle. Man, you're having a rough reads, girl. All right, I don't know why you. She's gonna be like, I'm never coming back. Here we go. All right, turquoise. Turquoise is a protection stone. A lot of people wear, traditionally, like, again, the natives sold this to as protection stones. People wore it. Let's see. When we're talking about mind, what do you think, baby?
This could be blocked creative expression.
Okay, go on with that. Let me feel. Block creative expression.
Or self-sabotage.
That feels a little more.
It does feel a little more.
All right, so what are you sabotaging yourself about right now, Day? Oh, this is in the next 2 days. You're kind of having a choice this isn't a huge deal, but it is something that you're not doing that you should be doing.
So this is something 3D.
Yeah, that you're getting stuck in mind stuff. Again, this is job related. Are you working? Are you studying? Are you let's see. Are you learning what you're supposed to be learning? This is about learning. You're supposed to be learning something. I don't know what you've been working on that you're learning, but you're not doing it. That's what that's saying. So it's going to start to affect you. Whatever you need to finish, whatever that project is, you need to buckle down and get it done the next 2 days.
And it does feel like self-sabotage. It feels like, oh, well, I would study right now, but I have to go get the laundry done.
Yeah, that's it. Or it feels very much like that. So, Jessica,
It
maybe
feels
you
like
can
me
enlighten
paying
us.
bills. Like, I need to pay the bills.
Yeah.
Oh, the dog needs to be walked.
Yeah. Anything but.
Anything but.
Anything but.
I hate doing the calls.
There you go. So if anyone else is watching, this is your last chance. You come into our Telegram group. The link is in the description. You follow it in. You clear the CAPTCHA. Click the little CAPTCHA thing. And sometimes Telegram is haunted by gremlins, and you will have to put the CAPTCHA in twice to get in. You'll be like, it's not working. Do it again. That's it.
She totally understands this right there.
What do you...
You know what you're doing.
I'll be back, and I totally understand this read. Yeah, all right. Well, thank you, Jessica. I mean, we know a little about you, but I don't know everything going on in your life, and this is the board yelling at you, not us. All right. So we'll wait for a second to see if anybody wanders into Telegram or you're going to speak up. But I think that's it. This was our inaugural run. If you guys like this, let me know, and we will do it again. Usually we just come on and do people's personal reads. We get busy and just start reading. But we're trying to do stuff for everybody a little more.
And we just needed some practice getting the whole setup going again.
Yeah. And look at this. This is how you know when it's time to end it. Right here. My candle burned out. It just went out. It went poof. Oh. Big smoke. So pendulums are done. They don't want to talk anymore. That's it. They're protesting.
So I guess that was the 2-hour candle, huh?
I guess, is that how long we've been on? Is this one?
No, it's only been about an hour and a half.
Hour and a half. All right. So that candle was, the colored ones are really.
Oh, was it a colored one?
Yeah, it was a yellow
really,
one. Yeah, they're real stingy. They go fast.
I was going to say, if that was a white one, I want my money back.
Oh, Randy says this is fun. Randy, we miss you. We love you. I hope you're doing well, and I'm glad you came. Thanks. If you know anyone that needs a reading, send them on over. Bring them to a live read if you want. Send them a link. If you're going to go shopping for crystals, please check out magic.com. You'll also see a link pinned in our Telegram group. Go to the Telegram and you hit the little pin. That would be it. All right. I think that's it. Do you have anything you want to say?
That's it.
All right. Bird is a word. We miss you guys, and this has been fun.
We'll see you soon.
Bye. We love you. Okay. Bye now. Okay. See you.